Hi everybody, just a quick update on what I've been doing and where I am, you know, what has happened since leaving Quartzsite. So I'm at my sister's house in Phoenix, just south of Phoenix. It's nice to be back in a Sticks and Bricks for a little while. This year in Quartzsite, I had an absolute marvelous time. I guess it was because we had the meetup going also, so there were so many people coming in to meet. There were people that had subscribed to my channel, so were recognizing me, recognizing Lee, you know, recognizing Paul. Maddie was there with us and they were recognizing him. It was just a lot of fun. And I think next year, one of the things I'm going to do, because we were having the meetup and I was having a little bit of back problems, I kind of stayed low. But next year, I really want to get involved with more of what's going on in town. This little town, it is so set up for nomads. They even have square dancing lessons. They have bingo nights. The restaurants in town are wonderful. I want to get a little bit more involved in the RTR and maybe do some volunteer work. But yeah, because of my back, I pretty much just had to kind of stay low. It is much better now, I tell you. It's gotten a lot better, but it was a good 3 weeks of having to be very, very careful because it was going into spasms on me. But anyway, enough of that. I'm sick of talking about that back. So I wanted to tell you about a few things that happened in Quartzsite. One night I was in my van and I was watching a movie and I thought, what is that noise? And I turned my movie down and it sounded like there was a baby out there crying. And I text Maddie, I said, Maddie, do you hear that? He was just across the wash, just not too far from me. And it was coming more in his direction. And he shined his light out there. Shined his light out there. And he said it was a small coyote, like a baby coyote. And then there was another bigger coyote came and got him and they took off heading out to the left. They went up there not too far and came back and 4 more came with them. So there were 5 big coyotes out there that he said were, actually he said he never realized they were so big before. They're the size of German Shepherds. So he had 2 coyotes on one side of his van, 3 coyotes on the other side. He was shining his light and they finally went running off and he texted me and he says, stay inside, they're heading towards your van. So yeah, they were loud that night. I mean, they were loud out there. Got me thinking that not too long before that, there was a full moon and it was so bright out there that you could see all the cacti, you could see all the bushes, all the rocks. And I actually went out at 3 o'clock in the morning and was out there just walking around because it was so incredibly gorgeous in that moonlight. Never thinking that there's these huge coyotes out there all around me. So that was one interesting thing that happened. And then another thing that happened, I went outside my van one night. I like to go out and look at the stars because, you know, the stars and the sunrise and the sunsets, they're just beautiful in Arizona. So I like to go out and look at the stars. And one night, you know how you normally look up to see the stars up in the sky? These stars were coming all the way down like this, down to the horizon. I mean, you could see the horizon line out there and there were stars all the way down to the horizon. I've never seen stars like that before. It was so incredible. I just stood there and thought, that is really, really beautiful. That is really something. So that happened in Quartzsite also. And then I want to tell you, since I've been here, I really like being here. It's nice to have a place after you've been in your rig for a while that you can actually kind of chill, you know, just having that break in your van life. And for me, just being able to come to my sister's and sit for a week or 2, or, you know, go to to my daughter's house in Fort Worth. Sorry, I still have that dry cough from that desert wind. But yeah, just to have a bedroom and a place to put my ice cream so I don't have to just buy the little things and eat them up all at once. And then cook, you know, just to be able to make some shrimp or something. I mean, it's just delightful. But after about, I don't know, maybe 2 weeks, 3 at the most, I get to where I really kind of want to be back in my van. That actually happened out in Quartzsite. I got to where it was like, because it was getting close to 80, which sounds like it's nice, but the wind was also blowing and it's very dry, and I was getting very dried out, and so I was spending more time in my van than normal, plus my back also. And I was just getting to where it's like, I just don't know, I just didn't feel really good. And I went over and I was telling Maddie about it. It wasn't really a depression or anything. It was just like, you know, I didn't have my normal bubbly self going on. And he said, Jo, I think you've just been here too long. It's probably time to pull out. And as soon as he said that, I thought, he's absolutely right. That's exactly what's going on with me. Because it seems like 3 weeks, whether I'm in a house or I'm in my van, is about as long as I can take before that itchy feet, want to move, want to get going, kind of hits me again. So I took off from Quartzsite and I came up to my sister's house just outside of Phoenix. And this is where I've been for a little while, but yeah, I wanted to check in with you, just let you know that I'm really doing okay. I've called a couple of the gals from the meetup, and it was so great to talk with them, and just the whole Quartzsite experience this year was just absolutely fabulous. Next year, I'm definitely going to get more involved with what they got going on in town. If you're thinking about trying this life, a lot of the ladies that came, it was their first time they had come out. And one even came all the way from Wisconsin, came down, hi Mary. The time around, you know, January going to Quartzsite is kind of a nice time, unless you have to, of course, drive across snow states to get to us. But Mary did. But yeah, that's, just wanted to kind of check in with y'all, let you know what was going on. I appreciate each and every one of you who watches my video, and just, you know, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, give me a thumbs up, or just leave me a comment. Let me know what you're doing, what's up with you, especially if you're a nomad and you've left Quartzsite, you know, how looking back on Quartzsite now, how you feel about it, and where'd you head. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.